welcome to episode 15 of Tweet All About It. This week we're talking about the January transfer window, the reasons West Ham players shouldn't say things on podcasts and much more. We've got a lot to catch up on, so let's kick off episode 15. So, what's going on? The transfer window has pretty much come to a close and we've had lots of players leave, from Darren Randolph going to Bournemouth and Connor Coventry going to Rotherham on loan. Dawson went to Wolves, which was certainly an emotional goodbye. As somebody who has a lot of Watford supporting friends, I remember them being delighted that somebody had taken him off their hands, but he went on to become one of our most solid defenders. He released this statement saying, "What a 2.5 years it's been. As a club, we've achieved so much more than we could have imagined and I will forever cherish these moments. I have nothing but love and respect for the club, players and staff, some of the best bunch of people I could have wished to have worked with, but personally it was time for me to go home to my family." To the fans, the support has been unbelievable, a noise that has always filled the stadium. Thank you for making me feel so welcome. I hope I have done you proud. I'll be cheering on the Hammers from the sidelines and wish the club the best of luck for the future. What a legend. Plus, who could forget the time that he went to kick the ball and booted Che Adams' head instead. Yet another podcast with somebody in the West Ham camp has hit the headlines. This time, Antonio has been flirting on his own podcast, saying, "Honestly, I've not ruled anything out. That's all I can say. There are talks, so whatever happens, happens." When asked about this, Moyes responded by saying, "It's not the club talking about Mickey Antonio. I think Mickey is the one talking about it." We signed Danny Ings and then he got injured within the first 18 minutes that he was on the pitch. In fact, it was apparently within seconds of entering the field of play, with Moyes saying, "Unfortunately, Danny has picked up an injury," which was in the first 15-20 seconds of the game. We don't think it's bad, but he was cup-tied for this week anyway, so we've got a little bit of grace in that. Oh well, Ings can only get better. Speaking of which, the signing of Ings has opened up a whole new world of puns and everybody, including the West Ham admin, has got in on it. There's one thing for sure, we will definitely have some fun new entries for fantasy football team names. In other news, while we haven't seen much activity with new signings this window, it does sound as though we could see Mabama feature in our game against Derby. In 20 appearances for the under-21s and under-18s this season, he has scored an incredible 15 goals, definitely giving us something to look forward to. This week, I asked the people of Twitter what their opinions were on Antonio's comments about the potential of him leaving. While his comments didn't really say anything specific, as you can see from these responses, most people were not impressed with him talking publicly about the potential of leaving. Jane here had a very good outlook and mentioned the main issue, that we desperately need a striker that can provide us with goals, which he has struggled with this season. Darren shared the same opinion as many of those in the replies, that it is never a good move to go public on future plans, and Lee highlighted the fact that this is most likely the process of him engineering a move and that we shouldn't hold on to players that want to leave, providing we do have a suitable replacement, which so far it doesn't seem that we have. You know what time it is. It is time for us to take a look at the Fantasy Football League. A lot has changed in the league since the last episode, with Marcus Johns in third position and Mark Smith in second. Unfortunately, I have been continuously reminded by the person at the top of the table that they are doing well, as it happens to be my fiance. So well done to Dan, and if the rest of you could please replace him at the top, it would be very much appreciated so I don't have to hear about it all the time. Tweet of the week goes to Sam with this brilliant tweet. In case you haven't seen his content before, he's been making up kit designs for a while now, and this week he created this absolute beauty of a third kit. Here's a home kit he made recently, as well as an away kit. Great work, as always, from Sam. Question of the week this week is, given the lack of signings in January, what are the key positions that you think we need to strengthen in summer? That's all for episode 15, so comment below with your signing requests, tag me in your favourite tweets to get them featured, and until next time, come on you Irons.